Hello there, good fellows of the Ravenlord. I am back from my holidays and ready to yet deliver you another Horus Heresy Legions video. I just arrived yesterday evening after a 12-hour-long train journey, the second one this week to be noted, and it was absolutely beautiful and lovely there. Inspired by this setting of old marvels and court intrigues, I constructed a deck I definitely wanted to show you, for every time I played against it, I was actually impressed by the various deadly combos you can play with it. Sentencing enemies and striking from the shadows. We for sure are talking about the one epic Astartes always will carry the Ravenlord's sentence. Good old Agapito Nef.
Suspicion surrounds us like a cloud, even among brothers.
Speaking of him, of course we play Agapito as our warlord, but actually I had a thought about it's also playable with Gareth Arendi or Bran Nef. You can switch between these three warlords according to the meta shifts. The key card playing around is for sure the mission. We want to achieve it in every match as fast as possible, and I think it's right now best possible with Nef, because of the widespreading damage he can deal with his ability. We have to trigger Sentence 12 times, which is a lot. Also, don't forget that you always draw a card when an enemy dies who has Sentence. That gives us the possibility to compensate for some other draw value cards. But coming to the deck, first we have the maybe best early game mission counter, Guerrilla Strike. Always combo this tactic with Sentence and you will deal at least 4 damage for just 1 energy, and it will give you 2 stacks for your mission. Predatory Strike is one such card who just gives an enemy sentenced 1 this turn. Notice that it says enemy, so you can choose any foe with this card, including the warlord, also making this card a possible hidden finisher when you have a board in the mid or late game. Bird of Prey is the bigger brother of the card before, giving all enemy troops sentenced 1. Don't forget that it has no limiter on it, so it will last until they die. A perfect combo with our warlord's ability. Obfuscating Destruction gives us some defense as well as card draw. Try to use it on key cards to protect who have Ambush so that you can trigger it another time, like Sergeant Reich, Vigilator Ice or Champion Vocal, but also strong cards like Murderous Squad. Speaking of him, Champion Vocal is a perfect strong hidden advantage in the early game, mostly destroying an enemy troop with his 3 damage. If he shouldn't have a troop, then it's not bad, for he will give you decent damage for the warlord as well. Torvald Squad is Guerrilla Strike on legs. He has the exact same effect, but also can target the enemy warlord, so he's a bit better. Uses Rally on a sentenced enemy and Witness True Miracles. Warrior Squad is there for consistency. He will draw us a card with Ambush, making it a good value. Else he doesn't do that much. You can use it in the next turn, for example, attack a sentenced unit. Bane of Tyrants is perfect together with board-wide Sentence. It will trigger them 2 times, dealing at least 4 damage to the whole board. So try to combo it together with Bird of Prey or Sergeant Reich. Short note here, I had the new Avengers Squadron in it too when I created the deck first, but then changed it because it was just too much playing both of them. If the meta is going wide again in the future, you can for sure include it. Right now it was mostly a dead card in my hand, costing too much for what it does. 1 copy of Kayan Yavalin for removal and Nice Cleave that triggers all sentenced. I just had not enough space to play it 2 times. Mortuary Squad is the hidden power play in here. There are so many ways to abuse this card in this deck. Bird of Prey, Shadow Killers, Sergeant Reich, but also the mission reward will trigger board-wide sentencing, making this card to a deadly one-shot machine who will also give you many stacks for your mission. Moritat Odias is a very good tactical card, disabling crucial enemies. Especially aggressive decks hate this card. Ravenlord's Sentence will give your Warlord the possibility to add Sentence by attacking crucial enemies. This also includes the Warlord, so it will be a huge damage dealer in the mid and late game. Sergeant Reich is a self-speaking includer here. He will sentence the whole enemy board for free in the next turn, giving you serious combo potential with your Warlord's ability, as well as damaging cards like Bane of Tyrants. Vigilator Eyes is a hard remove. If there should be a target too big, he will shut it down. Try to stealth him multiple times to gain more value. Also don't forget the combo to attack immediately after stealthing him again. He will shoot a second target down in the same turn. Enzo Speeder is a good value unit against wide mid-range boards with his high cleave of 3. Also he will trigger the sentence of 3 enemies with this. Chooser of the Slain is a good power pick. You can use him as removal in every turn, or attack the enemy Warlord in a crucial state, for he has Unstoppable of course. Lunar Eclipse is another high damage board wipe, also giving you included defense by stealthing your units, including your Warlord, so it's clear we play it. Last we have the always being a problem Shadow Killers. The tactic has both board wipe sentence included as well as damage afterwards. When played, it will lower your mission counter exponentially. Last note here about sentence in general. The biggest hard counter to this deck are Imperial Fists, because their Bastion does not count as damage, so it will never trigger sentence. It seems like you have to turn the health bar of a unit to red to trigger it, not minding if you actually would have done damage. Similar to this, shield spamming decks are a problem too, for it absorbs the first incoming damage, which lets our trigger of sentence away.
We carry the Ravenlord's sentence. We carry the Ravenlord's sentence.
This is the beginning of ruin. I am far more than you, and you will soon be nothing. Iron within. Ugh.
We carry the Ravenlord's sentence.
I stand ready to defend Terra.
We carry the Ravenlord's sentence.
This is the beginning of wisdom. It is time to exit this reality.
We carry the Ravenlord's sentence.
I will rip the veil from your eyes, show you the truth that lies beyond.
me the Ravenlord's sentence.
I will rip the veil from your eyes, show you the truth that lies beyond. was not supposed to be this way.